Alright, quick update on the US dollar. So let's see what's going on with the DXY chart. Now, if you remember, if you watch my Bitcoin videos, if you watch my dollar videos, I made an update on this when we were round about here on the 7th of March. This was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago when I made this scenario, and I highlighted how I do think that the dollar is going to be topping out in the short term and initiating a bull run for Bitcoin. So what we highlighted is this. When we zoom out, when we look at this chart, you can see that the dollar, this is since 2017, so this is a very long chart, and we have these 3 data points right here where the dollar has come crashing into this resistance, and every time we came and crashed into this resistance, within a week, within a couple of days, we fell off the table and we kept falling off the table, and it was a bull run for Bitcoin. Now, if I come over to Bitcoin, if I come over to this chart, if you're interested in watching the whole theory of the video that I made, go check out my channel. It was a couple of weeks ago. I think it was titled Bitcoin, the Bullish Scenario. If not, it probably had DXY in the name. So what I've highlighted here is, if you look at the dollar, you can see these 3 touch points here, 1, 2, 3, where the dollar's topped out on. And if we look at Bitcoin, you can see these 3 touch points. These 3 horizontal lines, or these 3 vertical lines on the Bitcoin chart correlate to the top on the dollar here, the top on the dollar here, and the top on the dollar here. And we were able to call, when we made this video, all the way back here, I can find the exact date for you if you did want to go back and watch the video, on this day here on the 14th of March. So we were predicting a bull run to start for Bitcoin on the 14th of March a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't seen anyone else talk about this chart. I haven't seen anyone else talk about the triple top on the dollar correlating to Bitcoin. So as far as I know, I am the only YouTuber who has pointed this out. You know, maybe there's a couple of other YouTubers have pointed it out, but you know, I barely even watch other crypto YouTubers, to be fair. I don't have time with how much content I make, but nonetheless, I did point this out. I pointed out how these 3 touch points on Bitcoin, every time the dollar topped out, I mean, it called it basically to the week, to the day. I mean, look here, if you just bought every time the dollar topped out, if you bought the second time the dollar topped out at 101 on the DXY chart, you would have bought Bitcoin down here at 5,400. If you bought Bitcoin on the first time the dollar chopped out in 2017, you would have bought all the way down here at $950. So this chart definitely has a very good track record. And obviously, when we were down here, we were around about $38,000, and we were calling how this triple top formation on the dollar could definitely be the end of the dollar, at least in the short term, short to mid term. So I still do think this is what's going to happen. I think the dollar is going to start falling off the table very slowly but surely, and then very fast it is going to fall off the table. I think Bitcoin is going to continue making this rally, and I think it's not out of the question to say that Bitcoin is going to have a massive rally in the next coming months. It's going to break the all-time high, and it's going to go to 100,000 and more. That's my own opinion. That is based on this triple top formation, and like I said, it has a very good accuracy. Every time we do triple top on this chart, do bear in mind we only have 3 data points, but just based on history, this was literally the bottom indicator of every single or this wasn't the bottom indicator, but it basically predicted every single time that Bitcoin was about to enter a parabolic rally. And it makes sense because Bitcoin and the dollar are inversely correlated. When the dollar goes on these massive runs up, Bitcoin enters a bear market. When the dollar tops out and the dollar starts collapsing, Bitcoin enters a bull market. When Bitcoin enters a bear market, you can see end of 2017. If we come down here, you can see this is pretty much, yeah, I mean, pretty much this bottom down here is the end of 2017 / the start of 2018. So it was about a month off. You can see this was the exact bottom for the dollar, and that was when, you know, basically Bitcoin started to fall off the table. So the dollar's rallying, Bitcoin's falling off the table, the dollar tops out and the dollar starts falling off the table, Bitcoin enters a bull market. That is basically all I've got for you today. I didn't want to make just like a standard Bitcoin video today because really, if I look at the Bitcoin chart, I mean, there's really nothing that's been going on in the past 2 days or so. You know, I made an update on what my trade was around about a couple days ago, around about the 47,000. I'm still in that trade. I did point out to you that if we did come back and backtest the 46,000, I would be upping my trade, because I do think that would be a very nice backtest before we do start heading off to the races. So that is all I see for Bitcoin. That is all I see for the dollar. This triple top formation looks very, very juicy on the dollar. I do think this is going to initiate a massive rally for Bitcoin in the next coming days. And once again, if you did want to go check out my original video where I did highlight this triple top formation, like I said, if I pull up the Bitcoin chart, we pointed out this scenario on this day here on the 14th of March. So if you want to go back and watch the original video, there's not really much point. I've highlighted everything in the theory, but if you did just want to go back and, you know, for whatever reason, check out the first video, we made this on the 14th of March. Maybe it was uploaded on the 15th, but, you know, I'm pretty sure it was uploaded on the 14th. So this is what I think is going to be happening. I think Bitcoin's going to have a rally to 100k in this year. I think the dollar has topped out. I think the dollar is going to continue to crash with the US printing all this fiscal stimulus. That's basically all I see for the dollar. That's all I see for Bitcoin. Best of luck if you are holding Bitcoin. Once again, none of this is financial advice. It's just my own opinion on the market. And you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.